Very recently, I watched a very interesting video on LinkedIn. In that video, there was a bear which was just taking around again, and again. When it was found out that why it is so, that it's a big ground, big forest, and why still that bear is taking the rounds at one place, then it was told that for the last 20 years, that bear was in a cage. And the size of cage was like that bear can travel only that much of distance. And that's why even now, when there is no cage, and the bear can go any place, anywhere in that forest, still because of that mental barriers, the bear is still thinking that that is the only space that I am having. And many times it happens in our life too, that we can do anything and everything in life, but still we just control ourselves and we think that only that much work I can do. There's a very interesting quote with respect to that, which says that sometimes when you live a life of captivity, trapped for so long, freedom becomes a thing for fear. Now, that brings a very interesting point, that why does it happen that we want to do something big, we want to explore something new, but still we are living a very, very narrow path. So there are three key reasons that why does it happen with us. The first thing is with respect to the self-belief. Often it happens that we start believing that we are not worth, or we cannot do many things in life, just like that bear who thinks that that is the only space where that bear can move. The second very interesting aspect is the opinion of others. At times it happens that we value the opinion of other people so much that if they say that you are good, you feel good. And when they say that you cannot do these things, then you start believing that you can do that. It could be as simple as learning a language. So for example, you're working in a company where learning Japanese language can be very good for you. But maybe someone must have told you that Japanese language is very difficult. So that's why you decide that you are not going to learn this language and you may learn some other language. It could be French or German. And the third and the very, very important thing with respect to that is about the past experiences. At times it happens that we tried something new, we failed. We again tried something new and we failed. And now we decide that I am not going to try this. Why? Because I tried and it was not successful. Now that brings very interesting question. What to do in this respect? Should we continue to feel and behave in the same way, or should we try something new? There's a very interesting quote which talks something with respect to this, which says that a lot of people feel trapped by circumstance, by the expectation of others, or the perception that they need a lot of money. They would like to have a different direction in their lives, but they are held back by fear or desire that are incompatible with that freedom. But one very important thing to ponder at this particular time is that why we should always try to explore something new. Why we always have to do something big. Why don't we are satisfied with whatever we are doing so far? I think there's nothing wrong in that. But the important thing is that are we growing in life? Are we learning something new every day or not? Because at times you must have seen, and this particular example is very relevant, especially in industry, that maybe a person who has worked for 20 years and maybe there's another person who has worked in the same job for 2 years, they both have got the same wisdom. And why it happens? Because the person with a 20 years experience may be doing the same thing again and again without learning anything new. Now that brings a very interesting question. What to do? Now there is one option, which option says continue the way life is going. Something good, something bad, something similar in the case of a peer. There can be another option. Now in this option, we can challenge ourselves. We can explore something new. We can see that what more I can do. So there are three key things we need to do in case we want to go to some uncharted land. The first and the foremost thing is about the purpose. That what exactly is the purpose of my life? Why I am doing something? The basketball champion Michael Jordan is a wonderful example with respect to that. In his own words, he has said that he has missed more than 9,000 shots. He has lost more than 300 games, and there were at least 26 different situations where one shot could have won the match, but they all lost. but still he's considered to be the most popular and the successful person in the career. Then the second and the very important aspect with respect to that thing is with respect to the self-value. How much value we are giving to us. Are we thinking ourselves to be a good person, an intelligent person, or we are thinking that we are no good? You must be hearing a lot of things with respect to Julius Caesar. Now, when Julius Caesar was young and comparatively not very popular at the age of 25, when he was captured by some bandits and they were asking for the ransom. So they asked for a certain modest ransom. So at that time, Julius Caesar said, I'm a very respected and a very popular person. You should ask at least 3 times that what you're asking, and you can even ask for more. Initially, the bandits were thinking that this person is bad and they will not get that money. But when they actually demanded that, the king also thought that that person must be so special, and that's why he paid that. And after that, Julius Caesar became very, very popular. The third and the most important thing here is the how much value we are giving to it. So it is generally said we have to give 10x. Means if we are getting 100, then we have to go give at least 10 times of that. When we are delivering that, there is a high possibility that the results will be extraordinary. Whatever achievements are there, that are going to give benefit to everyone. Like for example, let's take the example of Virat Kohli. Now, whenever Virat Kohli is playing and India is winning, everyone says that he's god of cricket and is accepted and is valued everywhere. But when he's not winning the games, when he's failing, at that time people think that no, his form is out, he should retire and all that. So it means that when you're giving the results, when you're putting your best and the results are coming, you are considered to be the best. So that brings to the conclusion that what to do. The first option is to be just like a bear. Whatever is happening, whatever good is happening, whatever bad is happening, accept and then continue the life. The second option is have a purpose, have a self-belief, put in your 10x value. There is a high possibility that we can do and we can achieve what nobody has imagined anytime and anywhere in the world. There's a very interesting quote which talks something with respect to this particular thing, which says, freedom is not worth having it if it does not include the freedom to make mistakes. My dear friend, if I talk about myself, I also feel that there are so many shackles which are bounding me, but I am trying to challenge myself and break all that. I am challenging myself to break free. What you are doing? I'm looking for your feedback. Thank you.